Are you tired of paying high prices for CFexpress Type A cards with lower capacities than Type B cards? Want higher sustained write speeds capable of shooting high-speed continuous for longer for the entire capacity of the card? Then take a look at Angelbird's first CFexpress Type A card. It's a 1 terabyte card, has a maximum sustained write speed of 650 megabytes per second. And it's priced to shock. I'm not kidding, I'm not overstating the low price of this card. It literally is going to disrupt the market. And I'm going to give you a chance to win one of these cards later in this video. Curious? Then stick around after this short break for the details. But first, please do me a favor. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe, share, choose all notifications, like, comment, and all that good stuff. It's greatly appreciated, doesn't cost you anything, and most of all, it really helps this channel grow. Angelbird just sent me this 1 terabyte CFexpress Type A card. That's right, a 1 terabyte CFexpress Type A card. And I can tell you right now that this card is going to disrupt in a big way. It's the largest capacity CFexpress Type A card on the market, with a high sustained write speed, yet having the lowest cost per gigabyte from a premium card maker. But perhaps you haven't heard of Angelbird or their reputation. Angelbird sees themselves as, well, a rebel. They are content creators themselves, bent on making cards that work in any environment, any climate, to capture content at capacity and speeds that we need today, with high-resolution cameras capable of 8K video or 30 frames per second from the Alpha 1, or high-resolution cameras like the 61 megapixel Sony a7R5. I've been testing and reviewing their cards for several years now, so much so that, well, it's all I shoot with. You see, I live in an extreme climate here in Canada where summer temperatures can climb all the way up to 100 degrees Fahrenheit or around 40 degrees Celsius. And just the other day, a couple of days ago in early April, well, the temperatures got up to 85 degrees Fahrenheit. And then in winter, temperatures completely reverse and drop all the way down to below -40 with the wind chill. They work so well, I never give them a second thought. Not only are they the fastest and offer the cheapest cost per gigabyte, but they work day after day, year after year. And that's not some sort of platitude. I have been shooting with Angelbird day after day, year after year. This video right now is being recorded on a Canon EOS R5 with the Atomos Ninja 5, using one of their 1 terabyte SSDs, their AtomX, and this is a 512 gigabyte. That's why you always need a backup. And when I'm upstairs editing, instead of editing off the internal drive of my Mac, I'm using an Angelbird Enterprise class drive, 4 terabytes, 100% over-provisioned. And I also have their micro SD cards, their V60 cards, their V90 cards, their V30 cards. But when it comes to their CFexpress Type B cards, nothing can beat the price per gigabyte. I mean, I've got the 4 terabyte, the 2 terabyte, 1 terabyte. And yes, you can't beat the speeds of a CFexpress Type B and a Type A because a Type A has 1 PCIe channel, whereas Type B has 2 PCIe channels. But the cost per gigabyte for the Type A, CFexpress Type A for Sony cameras, well, that's about to get a whole lot cheaper. But before I get into the details, a reminder that I'm giving away a 1 terabyte Angelbird CFexpress Type A card, along with a card reader and an all-metal media tank to safely store your cards. All this to one lucky viewer. This contest isn't limited to people living in Canada and the United States. I mean, after all, Angelbird sells to anywhere on the planet, so as long as you have a valid mailing address, you're 18 years of age, then you can have a chance of winning. But now, let's get back to the review. Angelbird's CFexpress Type A cards are built using high-quality flash that is designed, engineered, fabricated, and shipped out of their offices in Dornbirn, Austria. That gives them complete control over the supply chain and the ability to innovate and take advantage of opportunities as they come up. The 1 terabyte CFexpress Type A card has a maximum read speed of 820 megabytes per second, a maximum write speed of 730 megabytes per second. But the numbers that matter the most to creatives is the maximum sustained speed for the entire capacity of the card. It doesn't matter if the card is empty or nearly full. The 1 terabyte Angelbird CFexpress Type A card can deliver a maximum sustained write speed of 650 megabytes per second. That's fast enough to deliver 8K video, and that's 8K RAW, not just all I or long GOP. And it's fast enough to deliver high-speed continuous shooting, such as 30 frames per second on the Sony Alpha 1, or at a high resolution such as 61 megapixels on the A7R5 or R4 at 10 frames per second, and to be able to do so for much longer than the competition. Each card has Angelbird's stable stream technology, and that ensures steady and uninterrupted video recording or high-speed continuous shooting throughout the entire capacity of the card. They're designed to go anywhere or any place with an operating temperature of -10 degrees Celsius all the way up to 70 degrees Celsius. And if you push those temperatures, Angelbird's thermal management protects the cards and content from the effects of overheating. All this with Angelbird's in-house data recovery service. That coverage comes at no cost while the card's under warranty. I know what you're thinking. Faster than the competition? Higher capacity than the competition? There's no way this thing isn't going to be expensive, right? After all, the Sony TUF 640GB card costs $1,248, and even the 80GB card sets you back $200. The 320GB card is half that at $648, but you know this. And while there is competition from ProGrade, Exocen, Delkin, and others, you're only saving about 9% as they're all sourcing from the same supplier. Yes, I know. You think that the Angelbird 1TB CFexpress Type A card, well, it isn't going to cost anything less than $999. And anything that I say otherwise, saying that it's going to disrupt, that it's going to be much cheaper than the competition, it's just clickbait. I'm trying to get views. Well, let's get right to the price then. The price for the Angelbird 1TB CFexpress Type A card is going to, are you ready for this? Is going to retail for $499 US or 499 euros. That's right, just under $500. And if you don't believe me, if you think this is some sort of leftover April Fool's joke, it's not. For April Fool's, I did a video of the Canon EOS R1. Check out their press release. They got it out right now. The Angelbird 1TB CFexpress card is selling for $499. That's less than the price of the Sony TUF 320GB card, which costs $649. And while Angelbird isn't shipping other capacities at launch, why would you want to buy anything else when the competition expects just under $400 for a lowly 160GB card, or just under $200 for an 80GB card? I can't go anywhere these days without seeing higher prices for food, much higher prices for food, higher prices for energy and transportation. Everything around me is going up in price. But Angelbird is reversing that trend, discounting the price for a premium product by a significant margin. I guess this is what happens when you focus on innovation and don't outsource mission-critical parts of your business. At 50 cents per gigabyte, Angelbird has the lowest cost per gigabyte by a factor of 4 or 5 times compared to the competition. When I got the Sony a7S III a couple of years ago, I was really excited to try out this new camera. That is, until I saw the price, a huge investment I was going to have to make into CFexpress Type A cards. I already made a huge investment in CFexpress Type B cards, and to be fair, they weren't exactly cheap at the time either. But in the years since, CFexpress Type B cards, due to competition, have dropped significantly in price, to the point now where you can buy a card that has a maximum sustained write speed of 1,300 megabytes per second, costing, well, for under $400 and having a 1TB capacity. And as we've seen the prices drop for CFexpress Type B, I can't say that we've seen the same thing for CFexpress Type A. Even though we've had Delkin and ProGrade and others enter the market producing CFexpress Type A cards, the price hasn't decreased all that much. In some cases, the price has gone down by 9%, but in other cases, we've actually seen the price go up because the company's offering a more premium product. Great, a more premium product with a higher price. That's exactly what we wanted, right? Well, the reason why I'm excited, the reason why I'm smiling right now is because Angelbird has completely disrupted the market. $499 for a CFexpress Type A card. That's a 1TB, so it's higher capacity than the $1,300 640GB card. And not only that, it has a higher maximum sustained write speed of 650 megabytes per second. Higher sustained write speed, 1TB drive, and $499, offering 50 cents per gigabyte, 4 to 5 times less than the competition. And this is a premium company. They engineer, design, build everything on site in Austria. They're not outsourcing to anybody else. And that's one of the big benefits to Angelbird, is that they're able to do everything they want in-house. They've got an idea, no problem. They can engineer it and produce it themselves. But in terms of outcomes, as a photographer, if you're shooting with a Sony Alpha 1, 30 frames per second, well, if you've got the right lens, you can shoot 30 frames per second at 50 megapixels. That's producing a lot of data. With one of these Angelbird 1TB cards, not only can you shoot for longer, but you can shoot for longer without having to worry about filling up that buffer because of that 650 megabytes per second maximum sustained write speed. And as for us videographers, This opens up an opportunity for Sony to start producing cameras that allow us to record in 8K RAW at 30 frames per second, not just long op or all eye. And that's one of the big reasons why I like Angelbird. From the top down, everybody at the company is a creative. They're music producers, they're video creators, they're photographers, videographers. They work in any environment. They love to go skiing, they love to go to warm climates and cold climates. They're an innovative company. They're there to disrupt on every single card they produce, from V30 to V90 SD cards, all the way up to their CFexpress Type A and B. Every single card, they tell you the maximum sustained write speed, and that's a big deal. And even their V30 and V60 cards are much faster than the competition. Their V60 cards have a maximum sustained write speed of 140 megabytes per second. And if you want to stay up to date on the latest innovations by Angelbird, well then go ahead and subscribe and choose all notifications. But now it's time to do a giveaway of a 1 terabyte Angelbird CFexpress Type A card, the 1 terabyte, that's pretty exciting, right? A card reader, as well as the media tank. So to be eligible to win the 1 terabyte CFexpress Type A card, along with the Angelbird card reader and media tank, your answer must be sent to me using this email address found on my info page right here. You must use the correct spelling, be 18 years of age, and of course you must have a valid mailing address somewhere on the planet along with a phone number. I'll reach out to the first person to get the answer correct. Then I'll forward your shipping information to Angelbird, who's going to ship out your prize pack. One quick word about Angelbird's media tank, this thing right here. It's used for storing your CFexpress Type A cards or Type B cards. Inside it has a nice foam interior to protect the cards from shock, but the entire metal case, it's built out of aluminum, it's solid, it's durable. It looks like it's a good 2 millimeters thick. And what I love about aluminum is, or aluminium if you're from the UK, is it's one of those metals that if you drop it, it absorbs energy, it'll dent. So if you're dropping it on granite, some sort of metal from a really big height, it's going to dent a little bit, absorb that impact, and of course the foam inside is going to protect it. So if you're traveling, if you're going to be flying, if you're going to be going to locations, run and gun type stuff, this is a perfect way to protect your storage. Depending on which foam interiors you use, it'll do CFexpress Type A, Type B, or SD cards. Okay, the question is, and I want to make sure I read this correctly, who is the founder and CEO of Angelbird Technologies GmbH? Again, who is the founder and CEO of Angelbird Technologies GmbH? Send that in an email, and the first person to provide me with the correct answer based on the terms and conditions above will win an Angelbird 1 terabyte CFexpress Type A card, a card reader, and the media tank. And if you want to stay up to date on all the latest camera news and rumors, or specifically what innovations Angelbird is coming out with, because I don't think these guys are done. I think they're going to continue to disrupt the market. And whether you have SD cards, micro SD cards, CFexpress Type A or B, get ready, because I think we're going to see some exciting times from Angelbird over the next couple of years. So if you want to stay up to date on all the major news and rumors, then go ahead and subscribe, but make sure you choose all notifications. And by choosing all notifications, as soon as I publish a new video like this one here, well, you'll get notified by YouTube. Just make sure you check your spam and junk mail folder, because sometimes these notifications come in there. And for all the minor news and rumors that, well, they're not big enough to have their own separate video, follow me on Twitter with this address right here, because I'm constantly putting out tweets. Not so much today because it's a beautiful day outside, but definitely during the week as many as 7 or 10 different tweets talking about news items that aren't quite big enough to have their own separate video. Or maybe I just saw a really big deal on an Angelbird 1 terabyte CFexpress Type B card, which are on sale right now at B&H for about, I think, $329 or $349 for a 1 terabyte. But that's it for now. Have yourself a great weekend, and we'll see you again soon.